Welcome everyone, today we have a new guide for Diablo 4. In this video, I want to share an interesting trick and also technique shared to me by one of the viewers. So as you can see behind me, I'm currently farming on World Difficulty 3 and I'll be getting World Difficulty 4 loot. So I'll briefly show you guys a demonstration of the replay and then we'll go through the highlights and of how can you make use of this. So you can see here, I'm farming the HELLTIDE, and before I open my chest on World Difficulty 3, I will go to World Difficulty 4. So what you are technically doing is, you are making use of the system which can share the cinders of the HELLTIDE, which allows you to be farming safely on World Difficulty 3, and then getting all the loot from World Difficulty 4 once you switch the servers onto the high difficulty. So let me show you guys over here. So now that we're loading into World Difficulty 4, I'll be opening this chest. Of course, do be aware there will be monsters next to the chest because this is a new server with a new difficulty. So over here you can see I'll be trying to clear the monsters next to the chest and opening this chest. Now of course I'm only testing this on the 75 chest, but ideally you should be doing this on the 175 chest. And this is extremely profitable, especially for players at lower levels who is having difficulty with World Difficulty 4. And also guys, if you find yourself to be dying on difficulty 4, which will lose half of your currency when you're doing HELLTIDE, you can be using this method. So what I do is, I'll show you guys a brief explanation of the method and also one of the biggest mistakes you want to avoid. So the first thing is, before you start in HELLTIDE, you should switch yourself to World Difficulty 3. If you have a friend, you can invite them over. Notice that during the testing of this replay, I only had like about 6 minutes left. So I only went for the 75 chest because I think I'll be out of time. And over here, you'll be doing your farming for the HELLTIDE easily. And we do have guides for this one. So I have made 2 guides on the HELLTIDE previously. So one is about farming for cinders and also the different tricks for it. The other one is about gambling for cinders with gambling for opals, which we'll talk about very soon. So what you'll be doing is, you'll be farming on World Difficulty 3. And it is the best that you do lots of events. Now over here, I do want to highlight one of the methods of doing the events. So we have talked about this in this video as well. It is this particular infographic guide, which allows us to find the regions to be farming for multiple events. And this is what I'm doing in World 3 as well. You can be doing this for World 4 or World 3. And once you get enough of your cinders for World 3, you can then consider to look into the bigger chest that is available in World 4. Those actually shared across different difficulties. So notice here I'm checking where the bigger chests and which of the events I can be farming. Now to have more details of farming for the HELLTIDE, definitely come back to this video. So we talk about this one a lot more in details. So as a brief summary, you can see that the stars over here shows you the location of the bigger 175 chests. So what you can do is, if you times allows, right, at World Difficulty 3. So what you want to do after getting enough of cinders, you don't have to wait for 75. You can wait for 175, wait for 300 or even 500 before switching the servers to go to the next chest. And once you get to the chest in World Difficulty 3, you go to Difficulty 4 and then you clear the monsters to loot the chest. This is really nice method to keep you safe and also keep your currencies and still getting a lot of loot. Now one thing I do want to stress out, as you guys are using this method, do be extra careful. If you happen to switch into difficulty 1 or difficulty 2 as you're doing this one, this will wipe all the cinders you have accumulated. I've made this mistake on my first attempt. So what happens is, let's say if you play on difficulty 4 or difficulty 3, switching between them are okay. But the moment you go to difficulty 2 or difficulty 1, this will wipe all the cinders you have accumulated. And this is a big mistake you want to be avoiding. Now, similar to the method of farming the events and also opals in the HELLTIDE, you should be also coming over here to be gambling at difficulty 4, of course. So in case you guys forget, you should be gambling on World Difficulty 4. Notice that I was able to get tons of legendary gears from difficulty 4. There's a much higher boosted legendary rate to be gambling on difficulty 4, and you should be doing this as well. So ideally, you want to be farming the events on difficulty 3, and once you have enough currencies, come to difficulty 4 to get tons of loot. This method can also be working for hardcore players, because you can be safer this way and still benefiting from more loot. Now if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of Diablo 4 related topics and also videos and also guides. We'll be looking to the top meta builds, no-meta builds, leveling up, and also Paragon tricks. We're also looking to the latest events and also official updates, and also changes to different characters and also different builds in the game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also turn the notification on, because a lot of you who are watching the videos have not subscribed. You can see 80% of the viewers who are watching our videos have not subscribed. So make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the latest update for Diablo 4. So what I do now is I'll provide you guys with a short replay of me testing this one for difficulty 3 and also difficulty 4, and to show you guys how I swap servers and how long it takes. It takes about 30 seconds to swap servers, so make sure you account for this time before the expiration of the HELLTIDE.
Nightmare 3. Okay.
就7分钟，试试吧。
Ready yet. Not ready yet. I'm out of fury. Not ready yet.
Now, in case you guys didn't know, I'll be live streaming on Twitch again, and I have just started. So make sure to come over to the links below to join us on Twitch live to say hi, maybe ask me questions or share any tips with the viewers. And while you're here, make sure you follow. And if you do have your Twitch Prime, this is a really good time to use your Twitch Prime over here, supporting us with Twitch Prime. And yes, guys, join us as I test build for Diablo, and also join us as you play the game and also farm the game. So stay a while and also listen. We'll also be doing some giveaways and also special viewer events in the Diablo as well. Maybe we do PvP and also related events in the game as we get to the end game, and also help players to go through the dungeons.